The only time I have entered a court of law was 1956, when being attracted by a game of football, I joined the other boys near Mzee Kaguta's kraal for a moment of enjoying the sport as a player because I was a good footballer, only to discover that the cattle I was herding had descended on a Mwananchi's luscious millet garden. Running at full speed, I tried to save whatever was remaining of the millet. It was, however, too late. I had committed the offense of okonesa. That's what it is called in Nyankore. Lawyers, please translate that for me in English and the legal jargon. What do you call, or the lawyers in Kampala don't even know this. I don't know. If they are lawyers of Uganda, they should know. Okonesa, because these are our issues. Okonesa is a big case. Actually, even in the north, recently, the Achoris were quarreling with the Bararo there, precisely for this problem of cows trampling people's crops. For lay understanding, it means one's livestock eating the crop of another citizen. This temporary attraction to the village football qualified me to appear before the parish court at Chikoni under a mtoma tree or mtuba, Ficus nanterensis. In Mzee Kaguta, the court was in the banana in the banana plantation. I was then coached. You know, this is the only time I have been in court. You can imagine. You can't believe it. I was then coached, I don't remember by whom, to say, Omushangwe Ningwichiriza, that I was coached before, that now things are very serious. But if you go to court and you say, I accept Omushangwe, that somehow things will be better off. So, I pleaded guilty to the charge, and by so doing, it will be better for everybody. I think Mzee Kaguta had to pay the millet owner some Enkaiti compensation, or he was forgiven in the interest of village solidarity. Hence, Bazukuru, there is time for everything. It goes in the Bible, in the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, verses 8, as follows. There is a time for everything, and a season for every activity under the heavens. A time to be born, and a time to die. A time to plant, and a time to uproot. A time to kill, and a time to heal. A time to tear down, and a time to build. A time to weep, and a time to laugh. A time to mourn, and a time to dance. A time to scatter stones, and a time to gather them. A time to embrace, and a time to refrain from embracing. A time to search, and a time to give up. A time to keep, and a time to throw away. A time to tear, and a time to mend. A time to be silent, and a time to speak. A time to love, and a time to hate. A time for war, and a time for peace. With the growth of modern economies, activities like music, okweshongora, and sports, emizano, have shifted from just being amusements, kushemeza, and hobbies to emirimo, work. For the actors, some of the musicians, and some of the sportsmen, they become professional. You can sing. There are Kadongo Kamu who are singing just for amusement, not making it part-time sort of. But there are those musicians who are now doing it as a job. There are also sportsmen who are doing it as a job. So there is some change, which is all right, but should be handled also correctly. These people who have become professional musicians, professional sportsmen, these earn from those jobs. How about the funds? How about the funds? Do the funds earn from? So, if they don't earn, it is the musician who is earning. It is the sportsman who is earning, who is a professional. Me, I'm a sportsman, but I'm not earning anything from sports. I'm a karate person, I am a footballer, but I don't earn anything. So I'm very sorry for it. But there are some who earn, which is all right. But how about the funds? How about the funds? How much of their time do they spend on watching these actors? When do they have time to spend in the gardens? In the factories? In the clinics? If you are a nurse? You cannot leave patients and you go to listen to music. Is gambling, Zara, a job? Gambling, Zara. Oba mu Ruganda Zara mwekiri? Nalisimanyita Abaganda bafaanana n'Abanyankole. When we were young, we used to do the game of Zara with split beans. We would split beans, and you do like this. The beans, the cotyledons, the two sides of the bean. Once you open it, two sides. We used to do the game of the Zara with split beans, 4 of them. If they all face down, that was 10 haifas. Enyeni kumi for you. If they all faced up, that was 8 haifas. Enyena for you. If 2 faced down and 2 up, you had 2 enyena, 2 haifas. Outside those 3, if I remember correctly, you lose. So you have lost. So they total up. They say you have won. This is just a game. There is no a game of amusement. This was a game, omuzano, not a job, omurimo. Even in Ludo, in Mbara High School, we would play that game. Can you make that game and other forms of gambling jobs? Moreover, if the musicians and sportsmen and churchmen are making a living through those services, how about the fans and the followers? So that means that these people who are providing this service, because this is a service also of amusement, of prayers, but the ones who are leading should know the welfare of their followers. The ones who show films. The ones Nankabera will speak about that later. I have got to my daughter Nankabera here. She's helping me with the local language. So those people, if people are your followers, please if you are really their friend, have pity on them. Know that they need to work. And in order for them to work, you could have time. Like for us who are doing the Kutarama in the evening, after all the work, and for a limited period, from 8 to about 11, and we sleep. And we were going to church on Sunday. My mother used to have some issues with my father because she was a Moroccan, and apart from the Sunday, she was going also on Wednesday for Kungana, and Friday for another Kungana. It was, I could see there was some friction. So the managers of these new cultures which have come in our society should really know how to position them without affecting the future of their clients, of their followers. If people are going to spend so much time in the churches and in the mosques, and they are going to spend so much time in the watching films in the Vivanda, and they are going to watch World Cup and so on, when do they work? When do they work? You remember at one time we had a meza. I think the meza has gone down a bit. The meza in the radios, where people would be in the radios talking. But at least that one was at least not every day. I think it was like weekend or something. I remember at one time I had people abusing me by accident. I was busy watering my cows in Ixozi. I only had on the car radio when I was shifting from one position to another one. That's one I had. But in my head I was saying, but I am busy here working. These young people are there just talking. Those who make them talk, are they their friends? Because working, you don't have time for many of those diversions. Unless, of course, you say, these ones have failed to get a job, that's why they are diverted in that one, which is also a possibility.